I'm just gonna say it. American Airlines might be the best way to fly transcontinental in the US. One of the hottest contested debates out there is which is the best US airline between United, American Airlines, and Delta. A couple months ago, I flew United Polaris, and today is the second part of a three-part series where I will fly American Airlines Domestic First, which is the equivalent of international business class from LAX to Charlotte, to determine which is the best US airline. So welcome to American Airlines First Class with Mark. So boarding starts in roughly 10 minutes, so let's head over to the gate and get our first look at the aircraft. Today, we'll be flying one of American Airlines' Boeing 777-200, which is one of their wide-body aircraft. Here's our first look at American Airlines' first class cabin, which sits at a 1-2-1 layout, and we'll be flying their Super Diamond configuration in first class. So initial impressions, like I typically do, it's a very, very comfortable seat. I'm actually a big fan so far of the color scheme. American Airlines is going for this gray and wooden color scheme, which is really aesthetic. The crew has already gone around and handed out orange juice and welcome waters as well, and overall very solid first impressions. Usually I do the seat tour right now, but we'll wait until we're up in the air when there's a little bit more sunlight. It's still 6 a.m. in the morning right now, so we'll do it once we're up in the skies. The crew dimmed the lights, we pushed back from the gate, and the safety video began, which actually, funny enough, I thought was slightly creepy with everyone just staring at the camera, but just my thoughts there. Once we were at cruising altitude, the crew began with another quick round of drinks before the meal service. Big plus already is they address you by your last name, which makes me feel really good personally, so kudos to the flight attendants there. Starting off our seat tour, for the tray table, there's a latch you can click underneath to slide it out and flip it open for the meal service, and overall I found a very sturdy and very stable tray table. A big plus already of this flight is there is a ton of storage options. Here's the main compartment with a universal power outlet, your remote control, and 2 USB-A ports. Then you have a smaller storage compartment where you can pack other things as well. There's a touchscreen next to your seat to allow you to put your seat in multiple configurations and do things such as adjust lumbar support and more. You'll find the safety card in the magazine holder, and you also have an individual reading light to the side, aside from the overhead light as well. Each seat has 2 air nozzles that you can adjust, which is really nice there. The footwell I found to be on the smaller side and did have signs of wear and tear. The TV screen is touchscreen and I found to be very responsive, which was really nice. Then just taking a quick peek at the movie selection, there's a pretty solid number of new releases. You could also just use the remote control within your storage compartment to control your TV screen. On your seat, you'll find a pair of earbuds, which was a bit disappointing that there wasn't headphones at the seat. Then, confirming with the flight attendant, there's no amenity kit on this flight, and there's also no bedding. Apparently, they only offer bedding on the LAX to Miami and JFK routes, but not on the one to Charlotte. Then the meal service began, and what was really nice is the flight attendant brought around a tray of different pastries which you could choose from. For breakfast this morning, I chose the warm frittata with sweet potatoes and cherry tomatoes as well. On the side, you get a plate of fruit, and then you get your choice of bread, where they give you either a cinnamon roll, a biscuit, or croissant, which is a really nice touch as well, and then any sort of drink that you want. I got champagne, and it is officially 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. So when I started this YouTube channel and committed to doing business class reviews, one of the things I didn't realize I would have to do is learn how to describe food. Because obviously, through all these business or first class flights, there will be breakfast, lunches, and dinners, and as part of that, I have to describe the meal. So it's been a really interesting skill I've had to gain during this experience of starting this YouTube channel. So I will admit, looking at the frittata, it doesn't look the most appetizing, but flavor-wise, it's very, very solid, seasoned well, no complaints here. Cherry tomatoes and the sweet potatoes are a good complement. Cinnamon roll is okay. It is a little tough bread-wise in my opinion. Overall, it's a good breakfast for the main course so far. So with the meal service complete and things starting to wind down, it is now time for lie flat mode. So, like I mentioned earlier, unfortunately there's no bedding or pillows on this flight. Now, I was told that apparently on the Miami and JFK routes they do have beddings and pillows, so that's a bit of a negative on this flight. The footwell is also a little bit small, which is another negative. Overall, it's a true lie flat, it's not angled, and it's very, very comfortable, so it's a very solid way to fly transcontinental. Taking a quick bathroom tour, it was the standard size of any other airplane bathroom. The aesthetic was that similar gray and wooden aesthetic, and I didn't see any special amenities for first class. So you have one mirror here, and then you do have a full body mirror right behind you. And of course, like any review on this channel, running a quick Star Wars check, unfortunately American Airlines fails there, and then doing a quick Lord of the Rings check, American Airlines also doesn't have any movies there. But on the plus side, looking at the favorite franchises, there's tons of Harry Potter movies, there's also the Hunger Game movies, and most importantly, at the very end, I found the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. With about an hour left on this flight, let's talk about some pros and cons of flying American Airlines first class transcontinental. Number one pro, and a huge kudos to them, has been the crew. The crew on this flight has been fantastic. They've been friendly, they've been attentive, they've chatted with me about my channel, and it's been a really great experience so far. A second is I actually am a really big fan of this seat. I think it really does rival the comfort of Polaris and is definitely on par. The aesthetic and color scheme I'm a fan of as well, the gray with the wooden accents. The storage is another huge pro here. I've had so many places where I could put my charger, my headphones, and there's just a ton of storage all around you. Then let's move on to some of the cons of this flight. Like many of the other flights that I've done, there are little bits and pieces of wear and tear, but I would say I was very pleasantly surprised that the upkeep is fantastic. You do see little signs, but it's not terrible in any way. The second con is there's no amenity kit, nor is there bedding for this transcontinental flight. It is a bit weird to me that only the JFK and the Miami routes get the bedding, but not this one, so a bit selective on American's part. The final con to note is the meal, flavor-wise, was solid. Presentation-wise, could use a little bit of work. The frittata was not the most aesthetically pleasing, but my overall impression so far is I've really enjoyed flying American Airlines first class. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I highly, highly recommend it. So like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is the second video of a three-part series where I want to determine which is the best US airline between United, American, and Delta. If you want to check out the first video of the series, feel free to click this video right up here to check out that, and let me know in the comment section which experience you think is better between United, Polaris, or American Airlines first class. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys in that video.